Hi guys, hi everyone.
Усім добрий ранок. Я рада вас вітати на нашому тренінгу «Разом нам легше в Україні». Я нагадую, що наш тренінг реалізується спільно з Польською глобальною фундацією Генеша і Українським благодійним фондом Helping Ukrainians. Проект співфінансується Польсько-Американським Фондом Свободи в рамках програми RITA «Зміни в регіоні», яку реалізує Фонд Освіти для Демократії. А сьогодні нашим викладачем буде пані Ольга. Ольго, привіт. Передаю тобі слово.
Let me say a few words. Hello, everyone.
Maria, your microphone is off. Yeah, hi guys. So we will be together again. Someone probably remember me from the previous lesson. And I know that this session will be a bit shorter, but I'm pretty sure Maria will just give you a few details right now. Okay, or probably not. Maria? Okay, so guys, as I know, we will be having 2 hours meeting today. And basically, I have 2 topics for you. We can start with the fun one, or we can start with the grammatical one. What do you prefer? Let me know. Yeah, I see the hand. Yeah? Yeah, Dmitro, you want to say something?
Up to my opinion, I think grammar lesson would be great.
Okay, grammar lesson. Okay, good.
But I think there are many other opinions.
I also hope we will have some more opinions so we can vote and choose what we want to start with. Yes, Tatiana, you want to say something? Yeah, Maria, just go ahead.
Hey guys. I just want to say that today I'm in Warsaw. That is why I asked Oля to help us. Today is birthday of Kirkland Scholarship in Poland, and from all countries of the world, everybody come to Poland, to Warsaw, to celebrate this birthday of Kirkland program. It's an important scholarship program. So thank you, Oля, a lot that you helped me today. And,
my pleasure.
We were talking a lot about professional ethics previous time, so we should finish this topic today. But of course, you can start with the grammar if Dmitro prefer grammar.
Okay.
We should follow his instruction.
We will start with the grammar, no problem. Do you remember, on which page did you finish the ethics?
Actually, we did not start presentation. We just watched some videos about this, and we discussed a lot this issue. So you can start with the presentation just to refresh the knowledges. But of course, it could be after grammar, and I will try to help you and to be with you. But I cannot be all full lesson. So once more, thank you. And previous time we discussed a lot about U.S. experience, and maybe you can say a few words about Argentina and about human rights in Argentina, because I know that you traveled a lot in Argentina and in South America as well.
Yes, I'm a bit a fan of South America. But okay, we will start with the grammar, and then we will proceed with the professional ethics, guys. I think it will be interesting, and we will finish with Argentina then. So, Maria, do I understand correct that we have 2 hours with a break today, right?
Yeah. Today we have a 2 hours lessons again, just because of this big celebration, because everybody is in Warsaw right now. So.
Okay, great. Good, guys. So let's then go on, because our time is, today definitely we need to rush with our timing. So I'll try to share the presentation with you right now. Okay, and please let me know as soon as you can see it. Yes? Yeah, Tatiana, you want to say something?
Дякую, Олю. Хотіла сказати, що бачу нових учасників нашого тренінгу, і, як зазвичай, хочу деякі нагадати певні правила, що потрібно бути активним на заняттях і час, хоча б від часу, бо я розумію, що ви поєднуєте свої службові обов'язки, але камери потрібно включати, тому що ми пізніше звітуємо перед нашими спонсорами, і нам дуже важливо, щоб ви були з включеними камерами. Дякую. Перепрошую, Оля.
No worries, Tatiana, about that. Okay, guys, let's begin. So today the grammar topic will be will, the verb will, versus going to. And first of all, I want just to ask you, how much do you know about this? You can just say, okay, I pretty much understand the difference and when to use will or going to, or you can say, have no idea what you're talking about, so let's dig into the details. Yeah, you can raise your hand. You can just you can speak straight away if you wish. If you're shy person, you can just type in the chat. It's also fine. Just send a message if you don't want to speak. Okay, anyone has any idea about how to use this will and going to? Okay.
As we know, we use will and going to express something in the future for our expression, expectation in the future about our plans, etc.
Yes,
So,
amazing.
but there is some difference.
Yeah, do you remember which one? How to use?
We use will for something that happens spontaneous, and going to is more about a planning activity. That's the general.
Okay.
General role.
Okay, I won't say yes or no so far, because let's go through the presentation. Maybe you will change your mind. Okay, anyone else? Like, what you prefer to use when you need to build a sentence about the future? What do you prefer to use? Do you go with a will because you're pretty sure that I will go to work tomorrow, or you use I'm going to? How it's in your life? How you use it?
If we're pretty sure what we are going to do, that we are going to do. Going to. If it's just future, but without any planning that I will go somewhere, I don't know when exactly, so it might be will.
Okay. So when you already planned, you will say I'm going to, because you're pretty sure. Yes, and will, it's like a prediction, but maybe it will change. Okay, good. I think we're ready to go with the presentation a bit further and see the details ourselves, how it will work. Okay, so here we can see the difference and actually when to use it with some examples. So let's just go with the details and see. So basically, you are totally right. Like the both forms are useful, and you can use both of them, and it's kind of safe. In a way, the difference is quite small, right? You can also use will, and it's fine when you decided something, but it's more like a generic in a way, right? It will rain tomorrow, for instance, but it might change. And going to, yes, when you're pretty sure you already planned it and you will do it, you're saying, I'm going to theater tonight. And yeah, in different regions, you may find that locals use these two phrases differently, ignoring some rules, but it's, as I said, they also might use both of them. It's totally fine. So, yeah, for instance, we will use will when you decide at the moment, when you didn't plan, and you can use will. You making a promise or offer, you can also use will. So, for instance, I will buy you flowers, like darling, right? Man, for instance, saying to his wife, like, I will. So he's not saying when exactly, but at some point he will buy the flowers. Or it's a prediction without evidence. That's what when we can use will. So for instance, example, I'm cold, Use the window. Yeah. So can you just give me any examples with a will, whatever comes to your mind, just to try it out? So no planning, just you will do something. Yeah, Mitro, can you just give the any reference, any example?
I will go to the gym.
Good. That's a good prediction. Yes. Quite simple. Okay.
Is it true? Mitro, will you?
I'm not sure, but I will. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like a a generic kind of will. You not saying that you already decided you will go to the gym. We don't know when, we don't know why, and we don't know if you will really do it. So it's not a promise, right? But something that you might do. You can say also like, I have a free evening, right? So I will go to the gym. Still not super concrete, but we have a feeling that you might be going there. Okay, good. Then Zarina, yes, sorry if I don't pronounce correctly.
Zarina.
Zarina. Oh, sorry. Zarina, do you want to try just a simple sentence with a will? Or maybe, yeah, maybe not simple if you want to.
With the will,
Yeah.
I will have my vacation in the middle of summer, but it will depend on my chef.
Yeah, on your boss decisions,
On my
right?
boss.
Okay. I hope he will approve your vacation in the midsummer. Good example. Okay, guys on the call, someone wants to try the example with the wheel. Super simple, hard to make any mistakes.
Anton, how?
Okay.
Oh, Alexander. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Alexander, go ahead.
Yes, good morning. So I will repair my tap someday, for example.
Amazing example. Yes, we believe you. You will do it. Okay, great. Guys on the call, try your force. Maybe you can do it. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Just one phrase, and you're free for the next 5 minutes. I'm joking. You will be free. Okay. Let me try to pick up some names. Maybe Anna, do you want to try yourself? Just to give a simple example with a will. Anna, if you're here. Okay. Anton, are you here with us? Okay.
Yes. I want to tell you I will speak with this man yesterday. Oh, tomorrow. Sorry.
Yes,
Tomorrow.
that's you want to catch us. Yes, I will speak with this man tomorrow. Okay, good. Thank you for trying. Good. I also see we have Andrei. Andrei, do you want to try? Don't hide.
Good afternoon. I don't know what I can do.
What you will do tomorrow? Just I don't know, something that comes first to your mind.
I'm working tomorrow.
You will work tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
You will work tomorrow. Great. That's amazing. You did it. Okay, great. So with will, I think you have no question, right? So we do whatever will happen to the future. We're not 100% sure. We're not making a promise. We just decided at the moment, for instance, with the gym, right? I will go to the gym. You're making something like a promise, but not 100%, or your opinion that might happen in the future, or prediction. So then will work. So for the simple sentences, you can just freely use will without too much of thinking. Yes, so here we have some rules. We already kind of covered with examples. We can just go briefly through them, right? So to explain the difference between will with going to, we have provided some of the situation in which to use each phrase. So a strong association with the future, that goes for the will. We already did it. And if we're talking about unexpected events, predictions, and personal feelings. So If any questions, let me know, but I think you did quite great with the examples. And now let's go through when we will use going to. So it might be considered more accurate. So when we're talking about that something you know 100% you're going to do it, so you can use it to highlight it, так? Щоб переконати людину, з якою ви говорите, to highlight, підкреслити, що ви точно це зробите. So going to we're using when you already planned something, так? For instance, I'm giving you an example. I'm going to the gym after 6 p.m. today. So I decided I will go, I will have my training today, no matter what. You see evidence, something is about to happen. So look at the clouds, it's going to rain. Так, я бачу хмари, і я от впевнена, що буде дощити. І it's going to rain. I can use this going to in this matter. So let's go also through these rules, and then we will try examples with you. So expressing future intention. I'm going to start a new job next month. In this sentence, a person plans to change job, but there is no 100% chance that such an event will happen. Showing imminence, for example, the glass is going to fall, warning or threatening. You're going to regret if you don't, like blah, blah, blah. So such a statement might be based on someone's personal background. There is no 100% chance that another person is going to regret it as well. So as we see, you can also use it like for threatening, which is not guaranteed, right? Also fine. But in this case, it's kind of something that you can try on yourself. So let's go and try some examples. So you can say when you're sure, yeah, when you plan something, you're sure you will do it. And when it's also kind of in a way prediction it's going to rate, you're kind of sure. Or when you feel that something might happen, right, you're going to regret. Let's go with someone who wants to try to use going to. Let's try the example. You already planned something, so you can give more details with going to. Yeah, Andrei, do you want to try?
I don't know.
You don't know? Just try like a. You can say like something. I don't know. What you sure about, like right now?
Sure, I don't know about working.
You're working all the time, right? But are you sure
Yeah.
you're going to work? For instance, I'm going to work at, I don't know, 9 p.m., like 9 a.m.
7 p.m.
Yeah. Okay, so you can tell this because you know you already planned and you know you will be there, right? So you can say, I'm going to work.
I'm going to work at 7 p.m. tomorrow.
AM. If it's morning,
AM,
it's AM. Yeah, PM, it's evening. Okay, great. You're pretty sure about that. Anton, do you want to try with the going to?
Yes, of course. I'm going to start a new book in the evening.
Okay, yes, good example. Alexander, do you want to try?
Yes, I'm going to bring my car to the mechanic next weekend.
Amazing. Pretty concrete. I believe you. Yes. Okay. So, Zarina, do you want to try?
My children are going to come to me to visit me because I've already bought tickets for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, Yulia, are you on the call? Do you want to try?
Hi, I'm ill and I have no voice.
You have no voice. Oh my gosh.
I am going to only watching the presentation.
That's actually pretty concrete. So, okay, I'm happy you're still here without voice, but okay, get well, please, soon. Okay, great. You see, it still can be a little bit confusing, I believe. But let's just go through the main thing one more time, right? Will, when we deciding now, right? We made a decision kind of around this timing, we're using will. If we plan something and we know more concrete what we're doing, we will use going to, yeah? If promise, offer, kind of better to use will, can be also going to in some cases, depends, but will is kind of more preferable. And evidence, prediction, here you can go actually with the going to when you're predicting something. For instance, you're going to miss me, right? I can't guarantee it, but I'll tell you, you're going to miss me. It's my prediction. So you use going to. Що я намагаюся сказати, що може бути трошечки збивати з пантелику це, да? Ніби типу, щось планували, використовуємо going to, а потім теж його використовуємо, коли ми просто робимо, наприклад, ну, от як я кажу, ви будете за мною сумувати. Я не знаю це напевне, але я все одно використовую going to. Це може бути трошки збивати вас, але я сподіваюся, що ви просто запам'ятаєте ці варіанти, як їх краще використовувати між собою. Okay, any questions so far? Or you kind of got the feeling? No questions, I'm happy. That means that we are doing great in here. Okay, so we already finished it. And yes, let me just summarize what we went through. So will is typically for unexpected or not planned events in the future, and also some predictions based on the personal feelings. Going to is used for planned event, and again, predictions based on real evidence, right? But it's, as I said, it's very dependent on the person who is talking. So they often can be interchangeable. So it's also fine if you don't know or you don't feel when you need to use going to, just go with the will. But I hope you catch some examples today when it's better to use going to, and you will sound more naturally. Okay, I think we're done with this part with will and with going to. So let's move to the professional ethics and let's talk about this a bit. And as we have Maria, I think you can even start this one. I will just change the slide right now. Just give me a second. Okay, let me know when you see it. I hope you will. Yes, we have it.
Yeah. So, professional ethics. Next slide, Oля.
That will be quick.
What is professional ethics? What is profession, first of all? Dmitro, can you describe this definition? Can you say how you understand profession?
Profession is a field within I do my task, the field where I do my everyday tasks as an educated person, and I provide my education, my professional experience. That's a profession. It's a more broad definition than task, job, work. It's a profession. It's a field of that contains education, position, experience, and daily tasks, daily activities.
Yeah, Dmitro, you're 100% right. You see, you kind of dig into it, and you're right. Profession requires education, right? So you can't call yourself professional if you don't have the specific background to do this job. So I believe your profession is kind of something that I can't start to do tomorrow, even if I really want to, right? Without like a 7 years education, something like that.
So you need special training or education, yeah? Okay, profession is a type of job that needs special trainings or education, yeah, or experience at least. Okay, next slide, please, Oля.
Let's go.
Professional ethics. Zarina, let's ask you how you understand professional ethics.
Maybe you do have this at your work. Maybe you do discuss it. Maybe you have.
Maybe you
even
don't.
the
Maybe you
rules.
don't.
Maybe you don't. Yes.
I think that all professions have their own ethics. I think that it's some kind of rules and obligations, rules of behavior, obligations of workers, and
Okay, but do you have
etc.
yeah. Do you have such thing at your job? Like, do you discuss this ethics? I don't know. Maybe you have a presentation which has a list of the rules that you have to follow at your job. Do you have something like that?
No, some kind of presentation I haven't seen. I believe that there is something like this, but I think that it might be in our academy or the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine when cadets just started to educate, to be professionals in our spheres. So I think that there professors or commanders might talk, might discuss and might explain what does it mean and how to behave or how to do your duty.
Job. Okay, so basically at your place where you work, it's more like onboarding process, right? When the person comes, then you kind of start with the ethics and what is right and what is wrong. Okay, but there is no discussions like during working. Like when you work, you kind of already feel. Okay,
I think yes, because if we are talking about my place of work, so here there are a lot of officers. So okay, all my co-workers have a big experience already. They are not just this 17 old man or woman.
Yeah, fresh starters,
yes.
right? Who just started. Okay.
Yes, and they already understand how to do, how to behave, what to do.
Okay, great. Do you believe it's better to have kind of training time to time at the working place, just to remind people what is the work ethic? Just a question. There is no right or wrong answer here. Just a question.
I believe it depends on profession. It depends on your boss, and it depends maybe on the flow of personnel. Okay. If the personnel, if the flow of personnel or the flow of staff is very frequent, very high, so I think it might be good to talk about this, to refresh maybe knowledges. But if there is no such kind of flow of stuff, so I don't know. Just as I said, that our profession is very narrow. Can I say it like this?
Yeah, narrow. It's actually fine. Yeah, I do understand. So you have like
yeah, and that is why when we start our education, and we start our education as a rule at our academy of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine, or in our educational institutions of State Border Guard Service. So there they might discuss. And after that, so the rules, they are not changed too often. That is why I think it's quite enough to get to know about them in the start of your profession.
Okay,
profession.
okay. Thank you for your answer. Yeah, Mitro, what is your opinion about that? Like, this is just for onboarding. Good to have this trainings time to time. Like, what do you think about the ethics?
I believe that ethic trainings are crucial for our job because the people, as I can see, the people oftenly are stressed because of daily work, and sometimes it might be some principles might be forgotten, and such trainings are crucial for remember to brush up, refresh this knowledge around the people.
Yeah.
So it would be great. So because
To have this culture, yeah, to have this culture of refreshing this, yeah.
Yeah, this training maintains health in a work environment in our special societies, small societies. Yeah. And it would be a good opportunity to refresh these principles.
Yeah. I also believe that in some cases it also can protect the employee, right? Because when you know the principles of the work ethics at your job, then you can even protect yourself, your rights. For instance, if your boss is kind of not acting correctly in a way, right? Because sometimes we have this culture, then oftenly you can hear that people believe that your boss is always right. We have kind of this I don't know, the thought in our heads put from the childhood, right? Like the teacher is always right, the parent is always right, the boss is always right. But the truth is, it's not the truth. Sometimes they are wrong, and this working ethics can be protectful from both sides, right? Like a employee can do something wrong, but the bosses as well can do it. Okay, let's just try to hear Anton. Do you have any opinion? Do you have the professional ethics Bible at your work or training or something? Anton, are you still here? Okay, maybe not. Anna, are you still on the call? Okay, seems to be people having coffee. Let's try Alexander. Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
So
great.
in my opinion, it's not like an opinion, because where I'm working now, it's more like military unit. So we had strictly rules about
Okay.
our internal communication and all. It's called like chapter of Ukrainian armed forces. You know,
Okay.
there are strictly rules of our behavior inside our unit. But if
Okay.
we are talking about our communication for outside, for example, for the merchant vessels, when we are boarding them for some inspections, so there, yeah, that start working some ethics policies.
Okay.
Like this.
And okay, amazing. Thank you for reflecting on this.
I have a proposition. Sorry that I interrupt you. We did not finish one video about ethical dilemma.
Okay.
Previous time, because we had technical problems. Maybe on the middle of this presentation we can watch this video, because it's kind of one of the slides of this presentation. So that's like a topic to discuss. Can
That's
you
good.
let me show the video?
Yeah. Please do. Let's discuss
so,
the video.
Tatiana, can I ask you? Thank you.
A few years ago, you founded a company that manufactures meatless burgers. product is now sold in stores worldwide, but you've recently received awful news. 3 unrelated people in one city died after eating your burgers. The police concluded that a criminal targeted your brand, injecting poison into your product in at least 2 grocery stores. The culprit used an ultra-fine instrument that left no trace on the packaging, making it impossible to determine which products were compromised. Your burgers were immediately removed from the 2 stores where the victims bought them. The deaths are headline news. The killer is still at large, and sales have plummeted. You must quickly develop a strategy to deal with the crisis. Your team comes up with 3 options. 1. Do nothing. 2. Pull the products from grocery stores citywide and destroy them. Or 3. Pull and destroy the product worldwide. Which do you choose? Your company lawyer explains that a recall is not required by law because the criminal is fully responsible. She recommends the first option, doing nothing, because recalling the product could look like an admission of fault. But is that the most ethical strategy? To gauge the ethicality of each choice, you could perform a stakeholder analysis. This would allow you to weigh the interests of some key stakeholders, investors, employees, and customers against one another. With the first option, your advisors project that the crisis will eventually blow over. Sales will then improve, but probably stay below prior levels because of damage to the brand. As a result, you'll have to lay off some employees, and investors will suffer minor losses. But more customers could die if the killer poisoned packages elsewhere. The second option is expensive in the short term and will require greater employee layoffs and additional financial loss to investors. But this option is safer for customers in the city and could create enough trust that sales will eventually rebound. The third option is the most expensive in the short term and will require significant employee layoffs and investor losses. Though you have no evidence that these crimes are an international threat, this option provides the greatest customer protection. Given the conflict between the interests of your customers versus those of your investors and employees, which strategy is the most ethical? To make this decision, you could consider these tests. First is the utilitarian test. Utilitarianism is a philosophy concerned with maximizing the greatest amount of good for the greatest number of people. What would be the impact of each option on these terms? Second is the family test. How would you feel explaining your decision to your family? Third is the newspaper test. How would you feel reading about it on the front page of the local newspaper? And finally, you could use the mentor test. If someone you admire were making this decision, what would they do? Johnson & Johnson's CEO, James Burke, faced a similar challenge in 1982 after a criminal added the poison cyanide to bottles of Tylenol in Chicago. 7 people died and sales dropped. Industry analysts said the company was done for. In response, Burke decided to pull Tylenol from all shelves worldwide, citing customer safety as the company's highest priority. Johnson & Johnson recalled and destroyed an estimated 32 million bottles of Tylenol, valued at $250 million in today's dollars. 1.5 million of the recalled bottles were tested, and 3 of them, all from the Chicago area, were found to contain cyanide. Burke's decision helped the company regain the trust of its customers, and product sales rebounded within a year. Prompted by the Tylenol murders, Johnson & Johnson became a leader in developing tamper-resistant packaging, and the government instituted stricter regulations. The killer, meanwhile, was never caught. Burke's decision prevented further deaths from the initial poisoning, but the federal government investigated hundreds of copycat tampering incidents involving other products in the following weeks. Could these have been prevented with a different response? Was Burke acting in the interest of the public or of his company? Was this good ethics or good marketing? As with all ethical dilemmas, This has no clear right or wrong answer. And for your meatless burger empire, the choice remains yours. Would you sacrifice one person to save 5? Unpack this famous ethical dilemma with our video on the trolley problem. Or learn how the efforts of one scientist at the FDA prevented a national health crisis.
Okay, thank you for the video, Tanya. Yeah, and guys, like, let's just talk about this a bit. Okay, I hope the echo will stop. So first of all, did you understand like everything what was like the story in the video, everyone? Just make sure that we're all on the same page, yeah? Okay, so let's just reflect. What do you think? Was Johnson & Johnson like right with this decision that he took? Because in the end, he lost money, like billions, but then in the end, within the year, he regained everything. Who wants to just reflect? How do you like the story? Yeah, Dmitro, I can see you.
Of course, this type of behavior should be as an example, as a behavior of responsible business for people. It should be taught in school, especially in business school, as I said, as an example of type of behavior. So it was the best decision from possible decisions. And as we said this at the picture, there's a few options to deal with this problem, with these dilemmas, ethical dilemmas. In the best one, I think it's put family on this place and to make consideration how I would like, how I prefer the companies would behave if it related to my
family.
family.
Okay.
So
yeah.
It would be great consideration of this, and the answer would be obvious.
Just wanted to ask you, because like these tests are quite interesting thing. So I wonder if you use at your job this utilitarian test, for example, like how often you need to take a decision that kind of a moral dilemma, maybe ethical dilemma, and like maybe you had experience with using this test, as you say, something related to your family when you're trying to feel the same way you will be feeling about your relatives, but maybe you kind of also apply this utilitarian test in your practice or something like that. Just interesting to know. You remember he also said that in the beginning that you might apply a few tests, right, to take a decision. One of them was like this family related, one of them was utilitarian, when you're just kind of sitting and comparing the benefits, like a pros and cons, так, плюсы и минусы, pros and cons of your decisions. I don't know, like, do you apply it in your practice, or like usually you just follow your, I don't know, heart, or just the client is always right, or I don't know how it works with you?
As a lawyer, sometimes I deal with very complicated legal issues. Usually it is connected with living rights, житлові права, living rights of militaries. And in my opinion, it's the most hard legal issue I still face in my job. And usually, if I consider this question with my colleagues, I offer them to put their families. No, of course, I put my families as the example, and I offer put their families on such difficult situation related to living rights.
Тут Дмитро краще housing rights краще
Housing rights,
використовувати.
yeah, housing rights, and it works. And I see how people just immediately start thinking another way.
Okay, that's great. Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah, Zarina, like, what is your reflection on the video? How did you like it? Right decision, wrong decision?
Surely it was right decision if we are talking about Johnson & Johnson, about this company. It's always right decision to sacrifice something, and as in their case, to sacrifice a big sum of money instead to save lives of people. But I don't think that it was a real sacrifice, because they are a real economists and they understand the meaning of money, and I'm pretty sure that they have very good specialists on the economy, and that is why they predict that if they sacrifice this big sum of money, they will earn much more money than they lose.
Before. Okay, yeah, okay. Yes, ми теж можемо використовувати слово revenue, дохід, і я вам залишаю такі підсказки в чаті, можна казати дохід, да? Revenue. Okay, yeah, please continue. Sorry.
No, it was just my opinion, and if we are not talking about a big company, but about, for example, our profession, so it's always good, and it doesn't mean that you are a boss or you are not boss, you're just employee. It's always good to I have forgotten the word.
Yeah, tell me what you're thinking, maybe I can help.
Визнати, боже.
А українською? Чи українською теж
визнати вину.
Визнати вину. Так, дайте, я подумаю. The guilt, take the guilt, але краще admit guilt.
Admit, yes. Admit or to acknowledge. Yeah, to acknowledge.
Yes.
Your fault. Just and it was good for you, even because it will play on your side. And as now there is very popular expression, the card or the ball on your side.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and you will have your additional cards to play your role in future.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you for the reflection. Okay, people, please join us, our discussion. Who else have anything to say? I don't know. Anton, do you want to reflect on the video, on the dilemma?
Okay, I'm trying. I think that we must sorry, I'm.
No worries.
To make a decision, we must враховувати. Sorry.
Count. You can say count
different obstacles to make a right decision. And in every situation, these obstacles were different, and we must analyze these obstacles. After analysis, we can make a decision. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I think yes. As kind of you agree with the Rina, right? That you believe that they analyze the situation and they know that most likely the revenue they will gain it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I understood you. Okay. Good. Anyone else? Please, so we'll all have a bit of Anna, are you with us? Okay. Volodymyr Savchenko, are you with us? Can you speak?
Yes, I'm here. I just have a task on my duty.
So you have to work. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for being with us still, despite. Okay, I think we can just move back to our presentation. We still have 5 minutes before our small break. I think we'll take a break at 10 and we'll come back at 10:10. Okay. I'm leaving you some also like these phrases in the chat, so check it. I also left the phrase that Zarina used about the ball in the court, so you can also say it. Це м'яч на їх стороні поля. Так, це означає, коли ви вже все зробили від себе залежне, і м'яч на стороні суперника. Да? Можна використати фразу, ідіому the ball is in the court. Це означає, що у вас є трошечки часу. Okay, so with the video, I think we kind of covered it all, and with the presentation, just a second, let's just move for the next slide. Yeah, and I think we will go back to the terminology when we're here. I'll just share like briefly, we have 4 minutes. So I would tell you how it was at my job, like in IT sector. Like for us, basically we had kind of like a big Bible based on the rules. It was 100 pages about the ethics, because I was working for 11 years with a Danish IT company, and for them, it's crucial to follow the rules in general, and they have like all the answers about the right or wrong, like what you can take, what you can give to the customers, how you should talk, like what you can disclose, what you can't disclose, and it's like a super important for them. So people can be easily fired if they don't follow the rules for any violation of the ethics. You can be fired just like in 2 minutes, basically. That's enough, even you're working for 20 years. Like for instance, we had a case when in that company, you can't tell people if they are under the layoff, for instance. Layoff, це скорочення, да? Якщо людей скорочують, менеджер не може про це говорити. Layoff – це скорочення. So one manager, he kind of was a bit more friendly than others, and he tell his colleague that he might be fired tomorrow. Like just in the evening, he told him, like, don't be like very emotional, but tomorrow it's going to happen. So next day, they both have been fired, both of them, for the manager for violating this like ethical thing, and the worker as it's supposed to be. So what I mean that in especially this digital area, it's kind of when you're working with information, it's crucial for them that you follow the rules, that they can understand like how to protect extra like protection of the data that you're using, because they're selling basically data, they're selling software. And so as I'm saying, like in our case, we had like a specific trainings every month, like a general meetings of the whole company, even it was 2,000 employees, to go through the like a small specific things and the big things and the cases from the experience of the company, what not to do. Make sure everyone is following the rules. Так, я вам ще запишу, залишу в чаті layoff, щоб ви могли записати. Це буде скорочення, violation, це порушення. І да, будь ласка, коли у вас буде час, перепишіть ті слова, що ви не знаєте, можливо, щось для вас нове, то записуйте. Краще нові слова просто повторити декілька разів і спробувати їх ужити у реченні, як тільки у вас буде можливість. Тобто, next time we're talking, you can try to use new words that you never used, and it will help you to memorize them. It's very important to do it like so for the memory, it always works when you write down things, right? When you hear them and when you use them yourself. So in this case, it memory. Okay, from now, I think we can take a break, so enjoy your coffee or like finish the task you're working on, and let's you can just like put on the pause your cameras and your microphone and just join us at in Ukraine it will be 11:10, right? So 11:10 in 10 minutes. Okay, so see you guys then. Okay, guys, let me know you are back, please.
I am back.
Okay, thank you, Anton. Yeah,
Also,
guys,
I'm here.
super. Hi, Volodymyr, Dmitro. Okay, so we can proceed. I hope you had a good coffee, if you had a chance to make it. Okay, so let's go to the presentation, and I hope we will finish it today, and also maybe like go to the most interesting topic that I have prepared for you. So we'll go through the components of professional ethics together, and we will just discuss them, right? So again, don't forget that it's very important that you speak as well, that you kind of, yeah, this is also like in a way a speaking club that that gives you the opportunity to test your English speaking skills, right? So don't be shy. It's a safe zone when you can make mistakes. No judgments here. It's just like the way to practice English more. That's why if you feel like you want to share something, just raise your hand and I will see it, and you can just talk, okay? This is very important, really, because don't wait until you will know the whole vocabulary or whatever, or like, I don't know, 1 million words in English. It doesn't matter. Even you know 100, it's enough to speak something, like to talk, to express your opinion. And that's why we're here. So talking about components of professional ethics, some organizations, they define the ethical approach in terms, and we'll go through each component. Typically, what we have in this ethic Bibles, right? Like, let's say, rules description of ethics. It's honesty, integrity, transparency, accountability, confidentiality, objectivity, respectfulness, and obedience to the law. So we will go one by one and see, like, maybe you can speak about like something, like what is reflecting again inside of your head when we talk about honesty, how important it is. So the how we understand honesty as well, right? Because like there is a saying that the truth is kind of one person's opinion. Now, it doesn't mean it's like, right, that everyone thinks the same way. Honesty refers to a facet of moral character and denotes positive, virtuous attributes such as integrity, truthfulness, straightforwardness, along with the absence of lying, cheating, or theft. Так, cheating – це теж типу як обманювати, обдурювати, lying – це просто брехати, theft – це красти, це те, що закладається в такий термін правдивість, так? Honesty, правдивість. So again, reflect, like how you feel. How is it the number one that should be in this moral Bible of the working ethics, honesty? How do you understand? What does it mean to be honest? Like, do you need to say everything you think to your boss? Do you need to filter it? Do you need just to follow this, I don't know, again, the ethic rules of the place where you work? So what does it mean, honesty, for you? Like from 1 to 10, how important is that? Who wants to share their opinion? Simple talking, a simple topic, just honesty. Okay. Volodymyr, do you want to try yourself? Tell us what you think about honesty. How important? Volodymyr Savchenko. You're probably still on your task, right? I think. Okay. Anton, do you want to start?
Okay, I think that honesty, you must be honest with yourself, and for you, it's a great skill for everywhere and any job. and
Yeah.
any activity.
Okay, and for like, let's say in your work environment, how important is it? Because like, again, you work with people, right? I'm not exactly sure, yeah, what you do, but
in my work, we must trust to the chef or to the other our colleagues.
okay, so this is crucial
Trust
for you,
is-
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So if one person will lie to you, then you will not be able to rely on him or her, right? And that can be damaging of your work.
Yeah.
Okay, potential threat. Okay, I understand. Thank you for sharing. Zarina, how is it at your work, like honesty? People are honest in general, or like can vary?
No, I don't think that in our time it's easy to be honest. Even still, I agree with my colleague that first of all, and it's very important to be honest to yourself. And in other way, it's not always important, and it's not always needable to be honest with your colleagues if we're talking about your job, your working place, because not all facts you need to say to your colleagues, not to offend them, for example, or not to offend yourself with your own words, not to do something that will wait a minute, I try to that will maybe disturb you or disturb your colleagues. So it always depends on the situation, and that is why and especially now in our time, in wartime, and especially in our profession, it's not always good to be very honest. But still, what I understand under this meaning, honesty, it might include or involve the trustworthy, loyal, fair, and sincere. And it's always good to understand in what situation you have to be honest, and in what situation it's much more better to be silent.
Okay, so like to be mindful about what you say, right? Like to have a border of honesty. Okay, and Zarina also used like a quite interesting words, trustworthy, for instance. I will write down in the chat. Це те, що чому можна довіряти, да, на що можна взагалі покластися. Це може бути людина, може бути якийсь процес. Це trustworthy. Окей, я для тих, хто не зустрічався з таким словом, integrity, цілісність. Okay, thank you, Zarina, also for the good vocabulary.
And Dmitro, to share my opinion. So I think honesty is an absolute category, and only that person can be considered honest. That who provides honesty everywhere, at work, with colleagues, with family members, with children in particular with children, with a partner, and the person can be considered honest if just provides only half honest or something not saying to another. It's a half decision. As I said, honesty is an absolute category, and person could be honest or not honest.
Okay, I can see that for you it's like your basic principle, right? So for you it's like dividing to black and white, right? Or you're honest or you are not honest. Okay, that's a hard principle, but I respect that. Yeah, I also would say that we need to understand that honesty in I kind of agree. I understand your opinion, Dmitro, and thank you for sharing. But I would say also, I kind of feel that there is a difference between honesty in personal life and honesty in the work environment, because that can be a different things, you know. At some point, like honesty, what we mean, don't cheat, don't steal at your work, don't put under like the threat your colleagues if you kind of hide some information, because hiding also can be lying in a way, right? When you can share some important information, you didn't say this, people did, I don't know, some mistakes because of that, because they didn't know, like of lacking acknowledgement, we can say, так, lack of acknowledgement, це коли недостатньо знань, недостатньо інформації, так, ми можемо так сказати. По-простому ми можемо сказати they didn't know, а по-складному ми можемо сказати the lack of acknowledgement. Я це теж запишу. So what I'm trying to say here that, yeah, for me, truth in the working place and truth in personal life, it's a bit different things. I also like prefer honesty, and I'm really open person. But a job, I would say that I would probably also think twice before to say something. But that's also about how you describe these things, and that's why it's important to have this code of conduct. Sometimes they call it this way, так? Типа code of conduct, це може бути якраз оця біблія етичних правил на роботі, де це можна описати, що лежить в основі терміну honesty for your position at your job, right? So like, for instance, I'm not interested about what you're thinking about, let's say, religion in general, but about what you do or your discipline. If I will ask, for instance, have you been late today? Yeah, and for instance, I'm your boss, and I prefer to know the truth, right? Why you have been late, and for how many minutes you have been late. And if the person lies to me, of course, I will have this doubt if I can rely on this person. Kind of, yeah, like this. Okay, guys, if you have something to add, please be active. It's about you. First of all, be honest with yourself. First of all, okay. Then let's move to the next slide. See what else we have. Okay, we have integrity. It's kind of, I would say, a complex terminology, right? Це цілісність, integrity. I would say we also can understand it very differently. Its varies depend on where you work and what you do. So what is your duties in general? But it's a concept of consistency of actions, values, methods, measures, principle, expectation, basically within the company you work, right? So, щоб перекласти, щоб було всім зрозуміло, ми говоримо про цілісність принципів, так? Коли типу, ви і ваші колеги якось сукупно розумієте, та? Правила, методи і так далі. Тобто це про цілісність цього розуміння. And we have a phrase here, like a quote. Quote це цитата. So we have a quote of Samuel Johnson who said that integrity without knowledge is weak and useless, and knowledge without integrity is dangerous and dreadful. So if you feel you want to share your opinion, how you understand integrity, if you feel you have it at your working place, just raise the hand. Let's talk about integrity. See how we're doing there with integrity. If no volunteers, then I will try to ask you like from the list. Okay. You don't leave me the choice. So we will try. Okay, Anton, do you want to say something? How do you understand integrity? Do you have it?
I understand integrity in my work that you start one activity and you must finish it.
Okay.
It must be the beginning and it must be the end of the activity.
Finalization, так? Finalization,
Yeah.
we can say. Фіналізація проекту, да? Довести його до... You can also say, like, the outcome – це результат проекту, да? Можна використати with successful outcome. Я зараз напишу це теж в чаті.
That's my opinion. Maybe someone can tell me another opinion.
That's interesting. And do you think your colleagues are following the same principles as you? They're also trying to finalize the project and have like a successful outcome from it. Ваші колеги так само думають? У вас цілісність є?
I never asked about it.
Okay, so maybe you can ask them next time. It will be interesting to hear. Okay, thank you for your opinion. Anyone else? What do you think about integrity? Okay, so let's move to next one, because I think it's kind of for me this is a challenging because understanding how it works, I would say it's a complex one. Okay, transparency, that should be easy. Так, ми всі знаємо, що transparency – це прозорість. В нашому розумінні, коли зрозуміло, наприклад, звідки гроші і куди вони пішли, да? Transparency в цьому значенні. This is also like a super crucial, I would say, in West world, transparency is one of the most important in work in ethics. So if you took something and never bring it back to work, you will have a problem. So all the processes, they are all written down. They are very transparent. Everyone knows who does what at work. Like, for instance, I know what my colleague do, I know what my boss do, and also this transparency works both ways, right? So it's not like in our society, mostly your boss knows what you do, but in West world, I also know what my boss does right now, like, and what is on his desk. Ви також можете використовувати what is on your desk, це в значенні, що у тебе сьогодні по задачах, так? Тобто можна записати what you have on your desk today. Це такі, як ідіома, та? Тобто не що фактично лежить у тебе на столі, а які задачі ти сьогодні маєш. Okay, so what about transparency, guys? Like, how do you feel? Do you have enough of transparency at your working place? Do you know what your colleagues do? Do you understand the processes, all of them? Or you just have more narrow vision of the things that you do at work? Anyone?
I think that our group, most of our group work for government, so transparency is one of the most important principle in their work.
Yeah, it's supposed to be so. Yes.
Let me say, I think, as I can see, last years, a more issue in Ukraine are challenging because of new approaches came from EU integration, and transparency is being rise every day, every year, and Ukrainian government, Ukrainian society is becoming more transparent. Basically, it concludes information about money, as was said, about money. So, as you know, all officials have to present their declaration, financial declaration. So it's important part of transparency in general in our state in Ukraine. I think it's a big achievement in Ukrainian society, because there was times when society couldn't control its officials.
Yeah. That's actually a very good point, Dmitro. Like, very good point. And I think we need even to push more further with this, right? Like, transparency is crucial, especially for Ukraine, especially when we receiving help, right? And we need to be very transparent with our reports, like how we use money, how we use help. Again, this is like crucial to build trust between partners, right? In actually in any field, in personal life, or in your working life, or with your business partners, and even within the countries, right? When you have this transparency, people trust you. When you don't know what happened with, like, let's say, money, then the question will be, why I have to help you? I'm not sure you're using this, like what we agreed on. So yes, transparency is crucial. And again, I hope you will feel this way at your working places. But as I said, it's totally fine to know what your colleagues do at work, what your boss do, what the government does. That's the basics, let's say. It's like we were living it a little bit different before, but that's the new way of doing things. До речі, теж як ідіома new way of doing things, так, ви можете використовувати, коли ви хочете сказати, що такі, як сказати, якщо прямо перекласти, це буде типу новий спосіб робити речі, але це означає типу по-новому жити, да, в якомусь сенсі. New way of doing things. Тобто, коли ви щось хочете змінити, якісь типу базові принципи. Окей, great.
Let me read what Dalai Lama say about transparency.
Sure,
Can
sure. Yes.
A lack of transparency results in distrust and a deep sense of insecurity. And I believe that is great words of Dalai Lama.
Yes, quite reflecting what we need to know about transparency. Yeah.
Accountability.
Yes, this is the next one. And again, we can just share. Like, first of all, do you understand how you understand accountability? And again, if you have it at your working place, or you need to, I don't know, maybe think that it's necessary there. Accountability – це відповідальність, да? Ми можемо теж сказати, можна спутати з responsibility, да? Але це трошечки різне, бо responsibility – це більше як обов'язок, responsible – це відповідальний, а accountability – це відповідальність, да? Краще використовувати accountability. Я зараз теж вам запишу в чат, щоб ви могли поповнити ваші словники. So let's talk about accountability. How do you feel about that at your working place? Like, do you feel this? Do you have this within your colleagues, your teams? Who wants to say? Okay. Anton, maybe you want to share a bit.
Okay, Anton is first. Like everyone. Yes, I think accountability. It's you have your part of job, and you did it. You do it. It's closely definition. Then responsible. We have a lot of responsible. The accountability, you have a little part of some maybe you have a big task, but the close sector of this task is your, and you are accountable in this sector.
So, as I understand correctly, it's important to have it, especially when you need to divide a bigger task, right? between people, so everyone does its part correctly, and kind of in the end you have a good result altogether. Yep. Okay, great. I think it works as an explanation. Anyone else want to share the opinion?
I would like to share my opinion also.
Yeah, please jump in.
Accountability is protected by Ukrainian law.
Okay.
I think at the good level. So the people, every person can to apply with a request to any body, local body, body, and high-level government's body. So every person can has a right to apply with a request for any issues, whatever. And it's a very important right. We were talking at the previous lessons about human rights, so it's a very important human right to apply with request. And also, as we know, in Ukraine we have bar association, attorney association, and attorneys have a right also to apply bar request, and we as a part of government in general, we have to answer to respond in a very short term, very quickly, in 5 days, as an example. So it's a, I think it's also as a part of accountability of government in general before society.
Yeah, that's a good example. That's a good example what you did. So you have like you're responsible to response in 5 days, right? That also like the person can expect to get the answer, and this is like an example of accountability in this case. Yeah, I totally agree. Also, I would say accountability can be defined with a description of the job, right? So when you come in at work and you have description, опис вашої вакансії, да, роботи, щоб ви розуміли, що від вас очікується, да, що ви маєте робити. So description of the job can be also the part of this, right? Because in this case, all your responsibilities, their decisions, kind of policies can be described in that document. Okay, I think it was a great. So let's say accountability, it's also quite a complex terminology, right? So we can define with this a lot of things. Okay, great. Let's move on.
Oh, Oля, let me read. When a man points a finger at someone else, he should remember that 4 of his fingers are pointing at himself. Тобто, якщо людина показує на когось пальцем, то треба пам'ятати, що 4 з тих пальців показують на нього самого або на неї самої. Мені здається, це дуже влучне висказування. Вибачаю, що я втручаюся, але я шукала ці фрази для кожного, тому я хочу, щоб вони були почуті. So, I'm sorry that I interrupt you.
No problem, just feel free. That's what I'm also saying to the guys all the time. Interrupt me, please. It's fine to interrupt because we should speak, right? And this is like not my monologue, it's a dialogue within all of us. So just feel free, guys. Okay, so the next one, I think it's also something that you should be familiar with, confidentiality, right? And again, it's quite complex. It can be like very widespread in the different organization. I would say that at my job, I had like a non-disclosure agreements about some products and some processes. I'm pretty sure you have this. Це конфіденційність, так? Коли ми про щось не можемо говорити, про щось, типу, ми не можемо навіть там з родиною щось обговорювати, так? І це, типу, теж може, в принципі, бути адаптованим під різні компанії, під різні організації. Okay, so let's talk about this terminology. Do you have this again at work? Did you experience this? Do you have like this policy or processes that defines confidentiality at your working places? Do you think you need it? Maybe it's not enough, like written or defined. Yeah, Dmitro, do you want to start?
We are living nowadays in an information society, so we all, most of us are dealing with information, different type of information, and we should to deal with this information in a proper way. Yeah, we should to allow this principle of confidentiality. Yeah, because for example, I keep in my mind a large amount of information. So it's one of my principle. I have no right. I have no right to share this information free. So I have to allow this principle strictly.
It's better to say here freely, to share it freely, тому що це буде означати, що ви не можете вільно про це говорити. Because when you use just free, it can be understood like безкоштовно, так? Типу, що про безкоштовно я не можу про це говорити, а за гроші можу. Тому краще сказати freely, to share it freely.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, and you probably also heard about this. I would say it's probably the most recent kind of big change, in Europe when they came with this GDPR law, and you also know like it's about like collecting the personal data of people, to how to save it and when to delete it, and I think it's kind of also game-changing solution. I would say before no one cared, right? You can collect the information, the personal data from the websites, whatever, or when you fill the form, and then someone is storing it somewhere on the servers. And now in Europe, they are like very serious about this GDPR. Це загальний регламент про захист даних. Ви, мабуть, чули про цей закон теж. Оце, типу, теж один з прикладів confidentiality, так? Тепер, коли я, наприклад, висилаю свої дані, заповнюю в інтернет-магазині, якщо це європейський сайт, я знаю, що вони зобов'язані видалити мої дані, протягом якогось конкретного часу. Наприклад, це про захист прав людей в Європі, що, типу, не треба моє ім'я там десь зберігати у себе на сервері forever, типу, назавжди. Окей. Anyone else want to share their opinion about confidentiality, if any?
Let me read.
Read, Maria. Go.
In intelligence work, there are limits to the amount of information you can share. Thank you.
Yeah,
you can continue
essential. Yeah, so I believe we will go even more like deeper with the confidentiality in the future, looks like, because like also like, sorry, I will just give you one more example about our idea, what we have in Ukraine. Also, like, I was wondering why in Europe they don't have this kind of the application, let's say, and it's basically because they can't guarantee the protection of the data, right? And you probably also heard about the leaks from DIA that also like Russian hackers trying to hack the system and take out the personal data. So we all kind of like to use DIA because it's very convenient to use it, right? So it's very useful for us. We have documents in one place, but in the end of the day, why in Europe they don't have it? And not because they are more stupid than us, but it's because they can't guarantee the 100% protection of this data of people. And in this case, papers are kind of more confidential. Так, я сподіваюся, що ви зрозуміли, це про таку утічку даних, чому, наприклад, немає таких великих порталів, як Дія в Європі, бо немає гарантії, що вони можуть забезпечити такий захист від хакерів, що ніхто не взламає цю систему, наприклад. І це теж підпадає під оцей GDPR, тому вони продовжують використовувати папірці передусім. Тобто якісь функції є, теж типу на таких government websites, government application, да, застосунки і сайти, але вони не тримають всі дані в одному місці, тому що це дуже небезпечно, можна втратити прямо все. Okay, let's move on. If you want to interrupt me or like add something, please do, just reminding you. So let's talk about objectivity, так, це така об'єктивність, це коли ми беремо до уваги передусім факти, так, стараємося мислити об'єктивно в своїх рішеннях. So let's just read the terminology here. Objectivity is a principle of journalists, professionalists. So this is like, first of all, right, when we're talking about professions. It enables highly accelerated news reporting and delivery, which sometimes has attention standards of objectivity. Тут просто приклад з журналістикою, тому що це перша професія, де об'єктивність стоїть на першому місці. Так, журналіст, в цьому і є різниця між, наприклад, автором статей. Журналіст подає факти, він не подає свою думку. Так, думка подається вже авторами, або аналітиками, які про щось говорять. А журналісти мають оперувати фактами. But in the same time, at our jobs, we also have to use objectivity, right? When we're making decisions, when we're talking to people, when we're defining the processes, we need to operate with the facts. But usually people can operate with emotions, most likely, right? Like something, your personal opinion about someone, the way you perceive some information that can affect your job and it can affect your processes. What do you think about that? How is it important at your daily work, objectivity? Are you objective? Are your colleagues objective as well? I don't know. Zarina, how is it with you? What do you think about objectivity?
No, I always think in a good way of my colleagues. I'm
good.
sure that the level of their objectivity is quite high.
Okay.
And if we're talking about, for example, about our work, our jobs, there is even such kind of expression as the conflict of interest. So just to be objective, to stay objective. So it might be the existence of conflict of interest.
That's important.
Might be yes, important, and there is no any way to have this conflict of interest.
Yes. Okay.
So that is why even if you don't cannot be objective, there are some rules that will do or everything just to be objective. To persuade you.
Okay, nice. It's interesting, and I will add some also idioms to here, like to what you said, to your point. Додамо трошки ідіом. Це такі сталі вирази, які ви можете використовувати. So, for instance, to bend the truth. To bend – це нагинати, згинати, перегинати, так? І це, типу, згинати правду під себе, типу, підгинати. Також може бути, можливо, ви це чули. Якщо чули, то скажіть, цікаво, чи ви чули. Може бути to cherry pick facts. Тобто, коли ви вибірково наводите лише факти, які вам потрібні, да? Тобто це вже не дуже об'єктивно, але ви цим граєтесь. Я теж вам зараз це скину, щоб у вас було в чаті і можете переписати. Чули такі ідіоми? Стикалися з ними? to cherry pick facts. Тобто, як вишеньки вибираєте. Не чули? Добре. Ну, от буде вам щось новеньке сьогодні. І є ще такий вираз, можливо, ви чули, to juggle the facts. Тобто, коли, ну, фактично ви теж, типу, крутите фактами, так? Добре. Стикалися з таким? Не стикалися. Все, тоді щось буде новеньке за сьогодні. Добре. Maria, do you want to read the phrase? It's your start time.
Thank you, Oля. The belief in objectivity is a faith in facts, a distrust in values, and a commitment to their segregation.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's move to the next one. And here we have respectfulness. I think it's kind of quite simple to understand, right? Because we all want to have some respect to our opinions, the way we work. We also need to show respect to our colleagues because this is crucial. But again, let's discuss. Do you feel it like that you have respectfulness at your working places, how it works? Or maybe you feel under pressure all the time, how it works with you guys? Do you have a quality in a way also, like you can talk to your boss freely about everything? How is it? Yeah, Dmitro, please go ahead.
I think another word we can say respectfulness as equality. Equality according to different features as color of skin, religion preparation, and etc. Ethnic origin, and etc. So. Yeah. We all people, yeah, we have to provide to interact with each other with a completely respectfulness, regardless origin, regardless race, origin, color of skin, religions, etc., political views, etc.
Yeah.
So I think in general, Ukraine is a respectful country, a respectful area where people respect each other. And
okay. No, great opinion, great reflection. I very much like that you said that respectfulness should be there despite any kind of backgrounds, right? Doesn't matter from where you came, like how different you are. It's not about that. It's just like to be respectful to anyone. That's a very good point. And I will add also like a few new words for you. It's maybe new, let me know. It's about esteem, right? So esteem – це повага, але ви також, мабуть, чули чи почуєте, бо це дуже так широко вживається self-esteem. Це вже повага до себе. Ми це називаємо самооцінка, так? То коли у нас є self-esteem, це буде самооцінка, повага до себе. Нове слово для вас, чи ви вже стикалися? Нове? Добре. Тоді записуйте, тому що це дуже часто використовується.
And very, very useful and very expected for me because I have found a long time such reflection of this word.
Так, self-esteem, оце ви багато почуєте, знаєте, коли про психологію, да, про це пошук себе, ви, мабуть, теж чули low self-esteem, це низька самооцінка, коли людина там, да, себе зневажає. Будете знати, а esteem просто без нічого, це типу як повага, то можна теж використовувати, не тільки там respect, ви можете додати це слово теж для себе, щоб у вас такий був більш багатий словарний запас. Okay, let's move like further and let's see. Oh, that's probably Dmitro will be your favorite. Obedience to law and так, це у нас підпорядкування, да, типу following the rules. Let's talk about this. What do you think, guys, about that one? Я теж вам переклад напишу зараз, щоб ви могли це записати. Oops, sorry. О, одразу мені пішло в якісь класні слова. Так, вибачте, зараз я переключу. Okay, who wants to start? Especially lawyers. Так, ми можемо це перекласти фактично як законослухняність, так? Коли ми follow the law, obedience to law. І як ми це розуміємо? Як у нас з цим? How do we feel about that? Do we have the... Ми законослухняні, взагалі громадяни, як ви вважаєте? Так, я це зараз запишу. Чатик. Так, Дмитро.
And in general, yeah, we are. But sometimes I still see the harmful heritage from Soviet times, where law is underrated by the people. But it's a wrong way. Of course, law, as I can see at the picture, is a basic social institution. Law is a value, rights is a value, and we are like governments, people have to protect law because we have no option. Law is a basic rule. We are society and we are humanity, and we have a change to evaluate and to prosperity.
Prosperity – це більше як багатство. Я думаю...
Процвітати.
Тоді так. Тоді ти можеш. Так, prosperity you can say. Yeah.
Just in a way, if we follow the rules.
Так. And I also can add that one thing, what is written, так, одна штука це те, що написано, but also like the law should be protected and followed and make sure that it implemented, right? It's not enough just to write it down. It's also important that all of the sets of the rules that we have are followed and they're working, that they are kind of in active work all the time. I would say that I believe that we have kind of good laws in general, objective, but again, sometimes I feel that the government is not protecting law, right? So we can see, let's say, not very objective decision in the courts sometimes. Police can be not objective sometimes, right? Like not follow the law itself as it's supposed to be. But also it's important for the citizens to know the laws, the rules, responsibilities of the citizens, and also your rights, right? So you can protect yourself. I just learned that it's very important for us to understand the basic law, to know what you can do, what you can't do. Especially like, as we already mentioned today with this war time in Ukraine, it's very important. What we speak, what we share, what we do, pictures we take, right? Like again, like some people, they just taking picture in whatever places and they think it's fine, right? So the laws, they should be followed, not just written, and governed with the society as well, right? So society, not only government, but also society who knows the law. You probably also I don't know, it's just like example from life, because I remember when I was small, like when I was a kid, we were traveling to Europe by car, and we noticed that one car, it's like someone threw the paper, you know, a cigarette, something like this, from the window on the road. And like in Ukraine back then, it was normal. Like people were just smoking and throwing the, you know, things out of the window. But in the next kind of 500 meters or something like this, police stopped the car. And we understood that basically someone even talked to the police and they reacted straight away, because like to left litter on the side of the road is prohibited, and it's kind of also, it costs you a big fine. It can be like 600 euro in Europe if you know, like if you just put the whatever cigarette, you know, not in the bin, but just on the road. And you probably heard about Singapore, that they have sometimes even crazy rules about how you need to maintain clear streets. Так, ви, мабуть, чули, що в Сингапурі одні з найгірших правил. Там не можна навіть жвачку викинути. Ти за жвачку можеш просто сісти в тюрму. Ну, от настільки, так? Тобто це не просто штраф, файн – це штраф, а там прям відповідальність може бути просто за сміття. Okay, guys, we almost finished. I'm sorry that we didn't. Maria, information for you. We didn't finish the presentation.
Thank you so much. Finally, we finished this presentation because
we didn't. Maria, we didn't. We still will have some slides to start. I'm sorry.
But I should remind you that today we have a short lesson. So. Yes. And on the end of the lesson, we should make some reflection part and ask our participants about the lesson. So, and how I already told you that I should be on this conference. So, thank you guys that you joined us today. And I'm sorry that I could not be with you all this lesson, and thank you, Oля, that you helped me today a lot.
No problem, my pleasure.
So you can ask our participants about the lesson. Was it interesting for them or not?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, guys, you can reflect again. Like, did you like the grammatical part? Was it okay, all right for you? Do you want something more complicated next time, or it's fine just to mix it some grammar with the examples that you make in themselves, like yourself? Yeah, Zarina, go ahead.
Okay, about grammar, I cannot tell anything because everybody of us has a different level of grammar, so that is why maybe, but still it's quite good even for that person who knows some grammar. It's quite good to recollect, to remind.
Refresh, yeah.
So, yes, to refresh. So it, for example, for me, it's good. It's always good. And as for the theme, or as for the topic of as always, it was really and very knowledgeable, and it's always good to think it over. And to express your opinion. It's always good to listen to other opinion, and again, it's always great to listen to your examples.
Thank you.
To examples of our colleagues who knows much more than, for example, than I do. So for me, it's always excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your opinion. And I totally agree. And guys, thank you so much for everyone who were talking today, sharing. You see, also your colleagues from this group appreciating this, because as I said, we have to share, we have to talk, we can argue, we can agree with each other. That's totally fine. That's why we're here, and we're doing it in English. This is the main purpose of these lessons, to give you this safe space to talk through and to share your experience. Так, Dmitro, yes, go ahead.
Okay, it's my turn to thank you for today's lesson, and I would ask you if it's possible you to share with us this presentation, because it contains a lot of useful vocabulary.
Yes, of course, Dmitro.
Especially for me as a lawyer.
Yes, thank you so much for your opinion and evaluation. Evaluation – це оцінка, теж можна запам'ятати. When we evaluate something, так, ми даємо свою оцінку. Yes, I will make sure that I will ask girls, Maria and Tatiana, they will share with the group the presentation. Of course, you can go through, okay? Okay, guys, not to steal more of your time, так, не красти вашого часу більше. Yes, all of the groups, thank you so much for your activity. It's it's very important to have this contact with you and to have this good speed, right? Good pace. Pace – це теж можна використовувати як такий швидкий крок, так? Щоб ви рухалися, вивчали нові слова, говорили. So I wish you a pleasant day ahead of you, and I hope to see you soon. So our interesting topic, I'm pretty sure Maria will bring me in again one more time. So we'll go to that interesting topic. We will cover it later. So thank you so much for the participation. Take care. See you later. And presentation will go on your emails. Yeah, I'll just double check. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Enjoy your work.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.